My name's Junkie, and today we're back on the RTS series. So in the last video we were trying to get this kind of charges database working. It was not this one. Oh yeah, we created it in one of these. Anyway, we made a database which held every kind of unit and then not a unit, sorry, every tile and then how many charges that tile has. And that was per tile in the room. So as opposed to generic sort of wood has 3 charges, we made it so that each wood has 3 charges, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I explained it in the last video, so I'm not going to bother again. But yeah, we had some troubles with it going infinitely, and I faffed around with this for a long time before realizing it was actually something really simple. So it's in the unit step event, which is where we made most of the code, I believe. I scrolled down. I realized total count has no effect whatsoever. I don't know if I did that in the last video, so you can kind of get rid of that. I just commented them just to show that I'd changed that. So we can get rid of that entirely. Anything with total count, really. Because it's now been replaced by charges, basically. So yeah, I was looking for a long time and trying to find what went wrong, and here was the different bit. So before this, that wasn't there. So this was gone. Now the problem with that I later realized is that we have multiple units at the same time. So if you remember back when we originally, this was such a long time ago, that's why I forgot, we spawned 3 units all at once in the same place. So they effectively act as one unit because all the commands are the same. Now that's a problem, because if we move all 3 onto the same spot, then the count's going to hit at exactly the same time. And this means that here it's going to decrease by 3 and not 1. And that's why all along we were adding 30 wood instead of 10. So here it says 10, but obviously we really wanted to, when we were in the room we were adding 30. So yeah, the way to get around this is just to simply divide by the number on that spot. Of course, this isn't this isn't incredibly foolproof, because as we found out later, we might start adding in more units that aren't kind of there just for themselves. They're independent of each other. So we could stick with this. So yeah, I'm doing it there and there, just so that it actually goes up by 10, and we can do it here as well so that the stone actually goes up by 10, and that our charges goes down by 1 in total. Now there's another way of getting around this. You could just do it as independent if you wanted to, because of course here it doesn't do it any quicker. So you could do that. You could change the charge time. I'm not sure how we calculate the time actually. Where's the count? Count equals mine time. Yeah, we do. So we do actually account that in, so this makes sense to do here. But yeah, also another change you could do is you could change this to be if charges is less than 0, because if you imagine our charges was originally 3 and we take away, well, 3 in this case, but imagine we took away 4 by accident, it would go into -1, and of course -1 is less than 0, so that would also work. The problem was this was never calling. So okay, maybe not ideal on the stone. Maybe we need to think about the stone one a little bit more. Oh yeah, of course. We can get rid of this, because it's really hard to think about these, but the objects aren't actually running instantaneously. They aren't actually running all at the same time. Now the problem with this is that this gets called 3 times instantaneously. This does not though, because count is reset and the charge is reset as well, I believe. So if we now give that a run, the stone should work normally. Okay, the wood's there. It's gone up by 30 overall, 10 each time. It's kind of worked nicely. The stone has gone up by that. And let's try the thing that we were really trying to test out. So let's get 1 wood here, or 1 wood here, 1 wood here, 1 wood here, or 1 wood there. So you can see there, that wood has now gone. And if you come back here, that's also now gone. So there is now a finite number of resources. So we can't like magically create new ones and whatnot. And you know, we can't glitch by wall. Just to be able to. So that's that kind of fixed with the usage of a quite nice database. So something that I was thinking that could be quite like a little fun exercise. We'll do it in the controller. Yeah, something that I thought could be quite a fun little exercise would be maybe just create a random event that happens. Not entirely random. Maybe an event that happens every so often that creates a new unit, a new thing. So let's nick a bit of code here. So are these variables width and height? Okay, so we can use this. We're just going to modify it quite a bit actually here. So what we want to do, we're going to create a random x, and it's going to be something in the width. I'm going to create a random y, and then we can just get rid of this, and we can get rid of this. Well, no, let's keep that. So, oops. Yeah, that'll actually work quite nicely. We don't need that. We can indent this whole thing. So let me just talk you through what we've kind of created here. We're not going to keep this like this, by the way. We're going to make sure we make some changes first. But what this is currently doing is it's generating a random x within the range of the width and a random y in the range of the height. And then this is kind of the same as what we've done before. It's picking a random tile, 0 being grass, 1 being stone, and 2 being absolutely nothing. Just so there's that random element to it. And then depending on that, it's adding the tile, and it's then updating the charges database. So that's pretty simple. But now what we want to do, because we want this to not happen every single step, we want it to happen every so often. So we're going to say if alarm 0 equals room speed times 5, let's say. And then, oh no wait, no, hang on. If it equals 0, and then we say here, alarm 0 equals room speed times 5. Okay, so now this will run every 5 seconds, or it should do, depending on the if the alarms work or not. So you may be thinking, you know, this is all well and good, but what if it kind of overwrites something that's already there? Well, we could kind of get around this a little bit. So if we change this to irandom1, this will mean that it's always either one of these two. But we're going to say it'll only run if, then we can copy this. But for, actually let's change these to XX and YY, make it a lot easier. So if the random tile that we've generated is empty, which is land. So effectively, this is our don't do anything case. You know what, let's make it 2, because for fun. It'll add an extra bit of randomness to it. So it is happening every 5 seconds, but because of this random aspect here, it won't necessarily happen every 5 seconds, and because of this aspect here, it won't also happen for every 5 seconds. It'll probably be a lot less, but the more resources you get away, that time will kind of decrease, so they'll respawn quicker. That's just random generation rules. So we kind of got to keep an eye out now, see if we can spot anything. Kind of take some of these stone ones away, it'll make it a lot quicker. Just quickly, let's divide it by 2, so let's have half a second something spawns. Hopefully that will make it a little bit obvious, a bit more obvious. Or maybe we don't redraw. I can't remember how we made this one. We do redraw. Huh. I'm not sure. Unless our alarm isn't working. Let's set in the create event our alarm equal to 0. Just to make sure that that's actually working to start with. I've got a suspicion it might be the alarm. Let's show the bug message. If not, we'll just leave it and do it in the next video. It was just kind of a little exercise. Okay, it's -1. So let's change this to -1. Hopefully. Okay, the alarm is ticking. Is anything happening? Not that I can see. So maybe it's a problem with the drawing. Maybe we need to reconsider the drawing. Although, we shouldn't be, because when we mine a unit, we will redraw. So, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to think about that one in the next video. Yeah, it was just a little fun exercise. It wasn't meant to be all that serious. Yeah, fertile land. Huh. Maybe we'll just quickly just chuck in a little debug message here. So see if it's actually being called at all. It is being called. Okay, great. Now let's put it here and check if it's actually making it there. Should do. Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's making it to here. So then presumably it's making it to here as well. Let's just check. This is getting more and more uncommon, but yeah, it is making it to there. So it's probably a problem with the drawing of some sorts. Yeah, that's a little bit odd. I didn't think we had any problem with the drawing, but maybe we do. Interesting one. Yeah, I think we'll probably leave that one for the moment and work on that in the next video, probably. Yeah, I can't see what's wrong with that at the moment. So yeah, we'll work on that in the next one, I think. Or I'll work on it in between and then get back to you over afterwards. Yeah, that's kind of puzzling. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, remember to like, subscribe, or what you guys want to do. And I will talk to you in the next one.